Hello, dreamers. Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time watching or listening, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Hit subscribe on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at livingthedream506. Share it. Tell your friends about it. All that good stuff. Everything helps. So thanks at the very least for just being here. On today's episode, we welcome from Ontario, Canada, rock duo CLEOPATRIK. Their new album, Bummer, is out now, so go check that out. You won't regret it. Please give it up for Luke Gruntz and Ian Fraser.
Living the dream. 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 Living the dream.
Right on. All right, I am here with Luke Gruntz and Ian Fraser of CLEOPATRIK. How you guys doing?
Yo,
Doing well. Doing well.
good.
Good. So, kicking it right off, the new album, Bummer. Debut album.
Debut album.
Nice. You guys happy with what the final product turned out to be?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't think we could be prouder, honestly. We it feels pretty perfect where we stand right now in our eyes, I think.
What about you, Luke? You get what you wanted out of this?
Absolutely. I second that motion. It's it's good. I'm very happy with it, and it's been received well too. Like there's some people that don't really get it, but that's cool. It's what we anticipated. I think that's what comes with making something that you really like personally, because you might alienate a couple people, but it's cool.
Why
We're
do you
having
think
fun.
that is?
I think in guitar music, people expect a broad stroke. They expect this kind of formula that's almost subconscious, like they don't even really realize what might be bugging them about a bummer recording. And they'll pin it on distortion or whatever, but really it's just that it was approached with a very like pinpoint influence kind of thing. Like, sorry, I don't quite have the words for it, but what I'm trying to say is that we were really specific in our choices, and our choices were tailored to our tastes and the tastes of like the closest audience members that we know, and it's kind of like a joint effort between what we expect our core fans to love and what we love personally. And so throughout this process of making this record, we kind of knew, like, as we made certain choices, whether it was how loud the cymbals are on certain songs, or burying the vocals a little bit more on a certain line, like we knew that for some people that was going to be way too fucking weird, and for others that was going to be like, oh sick, that's different. And we decided to go with like the route of doing it the way we liked it. Yeah.
So, what are those specific pinpoint influences that you're kind of alluding to?
Yeah, like we wanted this record to sound like our live show. Something that I think we took a lot of inspiration from, like this band called Show Me the Body, because like a couple years ago while we were on tour, they put out this record called Dog Whistle that went on to like blow our minds and all of our friends' minds, because of how intense it was and how raw it was and how it just sounds unlike any other like acoustic instrument music, even though that's at a basic level that's what it is. They're a hardcore band from Brooklyn. But yeah, like that, I think that was a big one for this. Like they just had short songs and really in your face like track list that kind of never let up. And we just never really heard a band do that. Like maybe it's scary to be that intense on your record, but we were like, shit, I want to try that. Like because that's what our set is. It feels like our set is just relentless, like chaos in people's faces with these small moments of peace in between. And yeah, so that's what we embrace. Like that's definitely one influence. Like as this record's come out, we've had time to kind of reflect on it and see what people think. That one's come to the front of my mind is Show Me the Body. I've realized like, damn, like they had a big effect on what we did on this record.
I think that's the best way to go about the music too, is not to try to conform to a, like you said, it's okay to piss off some of your fans and maybe wean out some of the weaker fans to really narrow in on your true core fan base. And especially starting out, I know you guys have been doing it for quite a while, but like with the debut album, really trying to set the tone with maybe what the future is going to hold with you guys. And I mean, I've been listening to the album off and on for the last couple of weeks, and I gave it another spin here this morning. And for a debut album and self-produced, like you guys have your own label. I just thought it was so clean and so just, it seemed so perfect, like seamless. And yeah, it doesn't sound like somebody's debut album.
Wow. Thank
You know what I mean?
Thank
you. You said it's like pretty unrelenting, but I found the album was quite dynamic in that you did bring the heat, and then there was the lulls that kind of brought it together, like you said, like a live set. And it did feel like that, like especially with so my favorite track on the album is 2008, and that brings it down, and it's got a real good pulse to it. And yeah, I just to kind of circle back to what you said, you wanted it to feel like the live show, and I found that it really did that, and I thought the album was just absolutely awesome.
Thank you
Cool.
very much.
Thank you. That's awesome.
So with do you just play guitar? Do you do mostly looping for the songs?
I play guitar, and like I kind of play bass. Like it's like faked through my pedal board, where the signal gets split, and there's like a extra low end kind of thing added that I can turn on and off. So there's like this like phantom bass player on stage with us that I can activate, but mostly like I still just consider it, I'm just playing guitar.
Yeah. Have you guys ever played with more than just the two of you in a band?
Yeah, we used to in high school. Yeah, so we've definitely have lots of experience playing with other musicians. But I mean, as far as this band's gone, it's always been kind of a cool dynamic thing to be just the two of us. It's really, I think, challenged us to put that extra bit of thought into our parts. And I know for me specifically, like I feel like there's plenty of room to overplay, but it's it's kind of a fun challenge to kind of find those little pockets. And yeah, it's cool.
Do you find it, the reason I'm asking is like, do you find it better that it's just the two of you? Like, is it easier to compose the songs and maybe stay together during the live shows?
Yeah, I think like again, kind of like what I said, like I think it allows us to be a bit more critical. And then as far as the live show, like I mean, Luke and I are pretty locked in. Like even in the other bands, like in our band in high school, we were pretty locked in as far as being in a 4-piece band. Like I remember like there was kind of a bit more of a line between the two of us. So yeah, I think like as far as our dynamic goes, I think it helps. It almost becomes one instrument. I think the whole band, like it kind of, I feel like my drums sound incomplete without like Luke's rig to back it up. And then, it's just, I don't know. It feels like when we're playing the live show, it feels like one piece, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah. No, I love it. Like, and I know you guys get compared a lot to it just from what I've read online, but it was one of the first things I thought of too, was Royal Blood. And their live show is like, it's so intense for just having a 2-piece. And I get that same vibe from you guys, which is, in theory, you'd think it would be a little tougher, but then when you see it happening and all the layers are there that you don't expect,
Mm.
it can almost take the music to another level when you're getting the same fullness of music, but it's only two people. It almost gives you that extra adrenaline to be like, Jesus, these guys are bringing it. And then you really can get into it. Like I saw Royal Blood open for Queens of the Stone Age, and it gives you that extra bit of uh, appreciation, maybe is the word for the live show. So
I guess it's a little bit unassuming almost. Like you just see two skinny dudes in our case just up there on stage, and when it sounds like sonically huge, it can be a little shocking, I guess. I think that's cool.
definitely. So are you guys in Ontario right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So how are things there?
getting better.
Getting
Yeah.
better?
Yeah, it's been weird, like the rest of the seeing for a moment it was like it felt like the rest of the world was like getting vaccinated and whatnot, and then just us hanging out. But now things are rolling, and there's a lot of exciting stuff in the works, so it feels cool. It's a good time right now, especially with the album just out. It's nice. It's a nice vibe right
Hopeful.
now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What's in the works? You say a lot of stuff in the works. You got some tour plans, or is anything on the docket?
Yeah, we're planning to do a bunch of touring as that's all opening up. I think that's probably what we're most excited about because, like we said, this record's designed to be a live set, and these songs are just kind of like the recordings are fantastic, but I just know that live they're going to kind of take on this thing. Um, so yeah, there's lots of touring, and in the meantime, we're going to be making just a bunch of content around the record, like trying to film some videos and record some things, and really, I don't know, just have fun until we can get on the road. It's like bridging the gap right now.
Yeah. Where are you planning to tour?
We're going to be in majority in the US, then we're doing like 4 shows in the UK. Um, and then there's also some shows in Canada, um, kind of some random places, and then a big show in Toronto in December to kind of cap things off for this year. And then next year we'll be back out again, like adding on to this bummer tour, visiting all the places that we're gonna miss this year, just because it's such an awkward time to book a tour.
Yeah, especially in Canada, because we're still kind of a little more locked down than the US. So
Yeah,
Mm.
any potential plans to come East Canada, East Coast?
that's the goal. It's tough, like it's just those long drives and like making sure that we've built ourselves up enough that like there's enough people at the show for like a good vibe. Not just for us, but for the audience too. Like we want everyone to feel comfortable, like they're not one of 5 people there. But yeah, we're definitely gonna make it happen. Like that's obviously the easier side to get to with the beautiful sights. Whereas to get to the other end, it's a
Yeah.
little more work.
So you said you're going to shoot some videos?
Yeah, we want to do some like live session stuff, and we also like we've started making some really cool music videos for this record, and it's got us really pumped like on the visual side of being a rock band. And we're hoping to maybe make some more. There's no like concrete plans, but I think we're just realizing how much we love that, and how much it adds to each of the songs to give them like a little visual world.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up. Who does the videos, the music videos?
Uh, Everything. Well, as of recently, the last 2 that we did for Victoria Park and Family Van was sorry, were directed by a guy by the name of Ryan, who goes by Boy Wonder. He's also a musician who also just put out an album as well at the same time as we did, which is dope. But yeah, he like kind of he directed those with us, and that was like a huge kind of step up for us because aesthetically he really was able to lock in some of the ideas that we had kind of only dreamt of pulling off. Um, which is cool, and hopefully we'll be able to do more kind of in that same vein. But yeah,
Did he do the animation and everything?
no, that was our friend. Another we get to work with all these awesome friends of ours. Named his name is Shoiler Nazareth. He did some work with our friends in Ready the Prince, and he's just the best guy. And literally made that animation in what, like 5 days?
Yeah,
Like
it was quick.
he killed that. He absolutely killed that.
Yeah, I loved it for 2008, like just the minimalist vibe of it, and it's just so simple with the tears and then the filling up, and yeah, it really went with the track real well. And I love that there's the ski mask in your guys' merch with the tears on it.
Yeah.
That's
Cool
dope.
connection.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how long did this album take? Like, has this been since you guys started, like all leading up to this, or has there been just a few tracks, a few singles here and there, and then this was like, we're gonna do an album start to finish, starting now?
It's been since we started the band, really. Like, we started writing these songs, like the Drake and Victoria Park and Family Van, like those songs started to form like really shortly after we put out the Boys EP. Just being on tour and like kind of writing in between tours and stuff. And always in our mind, they were songs for the debut album. Like the moment we wrote Victoria Park, we were like, that's gonna open the record. And never changed spots since then. So yeah, this has been a long time coming. And even before like the EPs and everything, like we've always just wanted to make an album, but we wanted to do it as well as possible, and make sure that we were in the right place, like kind of like spiritually, but not really as deep as that, but just like making sure we understood who we are, what we wanted to sound like, who's listening, so that we could actually, like, I don't know, respect their interests and give them something really cool. And also, like, there's all the other stuff, financials, and just wanting to like be able to afford to put the work into it that, we thought these songs deserved. So it took a while, maybe a little bit longer than it should have, but it's because we were very careful. And I don't know, now that we're here a couple days after it's out, it's like I think everything worked out really perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, it turned out great, and I applaud you guys for the quality of it. It really caught me off guard because I'd never heard of you guys before, and when I got a chance to listen to that album, it just felt like it's on par with Royal Blood. And I even got some like Kings of Leon vibes from your vocals on like 2008 and a few other tracks, and I really fell in love with the album, and I was really pumped to get a chance to talk to you guys. And I mean, if you guys come to the East Coast, I would love to meet up and check out your show. I'd be, like I said, I'm an instant fan. I'm a new fan.
That's awesome. That's cool to
Cheers,
know
man.
that like it started with Bummer for you. That's sick.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. Like I said, it's been an honor, pleasure to talk to you guys, and I can't wait to see you live. I assume it's going to happen, and I can't wait until it does.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
Cheers,
we'll
man.
make sure it happens. We're counting on it.
For sure. Right on, man. Thanks a lot for doing this.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats on the new album.
Thank you
Cheers.
very much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Dream.